What's up, everybody? So we're back out in the shop with another Shop Talk Tuesday, and in this episode we are going to finish up this knife. So in the last Shop Talk Tuesday we did this knife right here, which was the original version of this knife. That one ended up cracking, but we ended up testing it out and it held up just fine. That knife is going to be one of my knives from this day moving forward, or that day moving forward. It's mine, so I'll be using it all the time. Excited about that. You will see in a future video me actually making a sheath for that, and I'm going to do a leather sheath for it. Y'all said y'all wanted to see it, so I will end up showing y'all that process. The same thing whenever I make the sheath for this one, I'll show you that process too. But in this episode we need to go ahead and get this handle. We got to do a couple of things before we can glue it up, but we got to do those little steps, do a little bit of finishing on the layers and everything right here. We got to round off this edge where the carbon fiber is, and then profile this edge right here, kind of round it off and get it ready to glue up. We got to do those processes and then glue it up, profile it, put an edge on it, and try it out. See how it goes, see what it can do. So that's what we're going to do on this one. Oh, and by the way, the last one was Pop's 8670. This one is 5160. So there's a difference between the two. Guys, let's go ahead, let's jump into this, and let's get this thing knocked out. This ridge, if I can get it on here, that runs down through the center there. There we go. I think that would actually turn out pretty cool on this, with this having the carbon fiber. So I'm going to try it. Now, the profiles aren't going to be exactly the same because this knife is thinner than this knife. as you can see there, this is quite a bit thicker than that. So I'm going to have to kind of play with it and figure out exactly how I want this to play out, but we're going to see how it goes. I don't have a ton of a plan on this one other than start grinding and make it work. So that's what I'm going to do. I know that this is something that I didn't explain the last time I did the video on that one, but whenever I'm coming through and sanding this, in order to make sure and maintain that ridge, I'm not using like a super hard backer. I'm not using my steel one or my wooden one. I'm just using the hard side of my foam backer. Now this is just a pad that you can get. They sell them in bigger pieces like this for wet sanding cars, and I'm going to use it on the hard side, which is the black side, and we're just going to come over this and just even everything out. And this is a 120 grit, which is kind of aggressive for this, but what I'm going to end up doing is just 120, 320, 600, and that's pretty much what I'm going to end it on. We'll see how that goes. Now will it cut a paper towel tube? This will be the #1 no, I'm just kidding. Now I'm gonna do the whole paper towel cut test thingamajigger. Alright guys, let's go ahead and wrap this one up here. Check out this. So I love the way everything looks on here. This is easily one of my favorite knives that I've made. Just awesome, clean bevels going into that texture, going into the carbon fiber, going into those beautiful scales. I like the ridge on this. Originally I was not planning on doing that. I was just going to do a different profile, but I'm super happy that I did that. It stands out a ton. And like I said, with the carbon fiber, I just think that that adds an awesome layer right there. And then I love all the angles that come in from this little section, doing those different bevels and everything going in through here. I think that looks awesome. Nice thick liners with the carbon fiber. And then what I ended up doing was I did go through and etch the spine all the way through the tang just to darken it a little bit so that it matched the blade some instead of being polished or like a satin finish. I want it to be a little bit darker, but I love the way this looks. Those scales pop so much against this particular knife. And I just think it looks cool, but again, that's a me thing. I love dealing with like contrasts in colors and textures and all of that. It's one of my favorite parts about knife making. And doing things like the black pins to match the carbon fiber and just cool little things that you can do on knives like this. Like I said, one of my favorite, but as always, I want to know what y'all think about this particular knife. Do y'all think this was the right decision for the color combos and materials, doing jimping and things like that? Do y'all think that was the right way to go on this? I'm always interested to know what y'all think, so leave that stuff down in the comment section down below. Guys, that's a wrap for this one. Now, is this completely done? Not 100%. Is this one completely done? Not 100%. We've still got sheath videos that y'all are going to get to see, so we're going to have that kind of mixed in to a few of the Shop Talk Tuesdays over the next month, because I've got to focus on my fantasy knife, the build-off that we're doing. I've got to get that thing wrapped up. So y'all are going to see some of the shop build stuff. You're going to see some leather working. You're going to see things like that over the next probably 3.5 weeks. And then we'll get back into a little series that I'm going to do that I think y'all are really going to like. So I'm going to be doing a series all about forging knives to profile. And my goal is by the end of the series, I will be able to forge to profile really well. So in those videos, it's going to be me mostly forging knives to profile, and then after we get to the end of the series, I might start making handles for them and showing y'all that process, but it's going to be primarily focused on us forging the knives. I might do weekend videos where I put handles on them and finish them up. I don't know exactly yet, but it is going to be dedicated to forging so that y'all can see that aspect of it. And primarily the reason why I'm doing that is because y'all have seen a lot of stock removal, a little bit of forging, but it's been a lot of stock removal lately. And I want to show y'all a bunch of forging. It's going to be cooler outside. We're working in the new shop. I think y'all are going to like it. If y'all are interested in that, let me know. Also in the comment section. Guys, that's the end of this one. If you would, give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Most of y'all that are here at this point have already subscribed, but if you haven't yet, if you're on the fence about it, go ahead and subscribe. Guys, thank y'all. Y'all have an amazing day. Y'all stay safe out there, and I'll catch y'all next time.